Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm Tina. If this is the first time that you are stopping by, thank you so much for spending a little time here with me. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and joining me. All right, so today I have my Erin Condren Petite planner here, and I recently went on vacation and I decided to use the traveler's journal that comes like in this system. So when I purchased my whole system from Erin Condren for this Petite planner folio, I did purchase a traveler's journal. So I want to share with you how I used it. I'm going to show you how the actual journal looks, like the way that they have formatted it for us. And then I'm going to share with you how I kind of revised it to make it work best for my trip. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. Now, generally in this particular folio, I have my daily in here. So I have these few items in here. I do have a setup of this folio system. So if you want to see that, I will link that down below. And this is like an insert that I have in here. And for my trip, I just took out like this right here, and I took out this appointments little stickies. But other than that, I kept everything the same. And then I did keep my daily planner in here. And this is the travel journal. I decided to put that in the second slot. Now you can actually fit up to 4 petite planners or journals in here. I think it's pretty chunky with the 3. I personally would not put a 4th one in here. The 3 was definitely sufficient. And this will obviously be coming out. I just put it in there for our vacation to use. And then I kept my little note journal in here, which I love this journal. It's great. I was able to like do some stuff in here while we were on vacation. All right, so here is the journal right here, travel journal, and it's so pretty. I just love it. So I'm gonna open this up here for you, and I haven't even put my name on here yet, but I'll get to that. That's fine. All right, so I'm gonna flip to like a clean slate so you can see how this is actually designed, and then I'm gonna go back and show you how I set it up for my trip. All right, so it does start off with reservations and to-dos, and then at the top it says a journey to, so you can write your destination there. Then it does have an area here for your flight information, car rental, lodging, and then it goes into these lists here. So the week before, the day before, and then it's got a packing list on this side, which is very detailed. So you've got your essentials, your toiletries, technology, clothing, and others. So really anything that you would take on a trip would be there. And then we're gonna go in here further, and the next page is places to visit. And it has labeled here landmarks, entertainment, shops, and restaurants. And it does have like a trip itinerary. So this is just kind of like an overview for you to go ahead and like kind of brainstorm your trip and kind of give yourself a little bit of an idea of what you want to do for like day 1. And then it goes through day 7, and then it is like color coded here. All right, so that's that one. And then we're gonna go into like the daily adventures is what they're calling it. So it has a little section here for the weather. You can circle like what day it is. You could put your date right up here. And then going back to this side, it says here what seeing today, today's outfit, reservations, meals that include, of course, your breakfast, your lunch, dinner, and then a snack. And then this one right here has got favorite moment from today. It's got a lined section here, a blank section here, and then an area here where you can log your expenses. All right. Now there are just the pages that follow. Let's see. So there's, I think there's 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, and then it goes into a new section for another trip, okay? And I believe that there's like 4 in here, if I remember correctly. When I first looked through this, I think there's room for 4 different trips, yes. And you could see they're all color coded. So there's a blue, there's a green, And then whatever one this one was that I just shared with you. Whoops, I went too far back. This like pinky color, and then of course whatever color the first one is, which is what I filled out. All right, so I'm coming back here to the first page, and I want to give you like an overview of what we did. So my husband and I tend to go on a lot of road trips. We really like road trips. So I knew that I was not going to need this section right here, because we're not taking a plane anywhere and we were not renting a car because we're using our own car. So I did not need this section here, and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do about that. So that was something that I kind of had to think about, how I wanted to like basically get rid of that. So was I going to just keep it there and not use it? Was I going to cover it up? How was I going to cover it up? I wasn't quite sure. And then the same thing for this side right here. Now, I love this packing list, but honestly, I have a different system that I use for packing. I tend to, of course, pack mostly the same thing, like especially when it comes to like your essentials, toiletries, technology. I mean, clothing is going to change depending on weather, but for the most part, you're going to have like, you know, what you're going to want to wear during the day. And then of course, you know, any type of evening things that you want to do or change your clothes for evening, anything that you're doing as far as like dressy or casual. So I don't really like, I knew I was going to use this, all right, because I already have a different packing list. I actually have it on my computer. I have it there, and I just print it out. Every time we go on a trip, I print that out and it's all ready for me to go. So I don't have to like handwrite everything out. And then I will revise that or add certain things to that, but that is what I do for my packing list. So, you know, just a suggestion, idea, tip for you if you want to do that. So we do take several like weekend little excursions because we do have a family vacation home. And so we will do that. So I've just found it easier for me to have like kind of like already a blueprint of my packing list and then revise it as I need to for like each trip. But that's what I do. So I knew that I needed to cover this up, and I did not want to just like tear the page out because I really wanted to keep this. So I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do to cover this up and then to cover this up. So I came up with the idea of taking a page from my notes journal, because the paper for Erin Condren is a little bit different. It's not super white, and generally I do have like full sheet Avery sticker paper that I will cover things up when I want to, but I didn't like the idea that it was so different. So rather than having it be like so different in color, I decided, well, I'm going to use one of my pages from in here. So what I decided to do is I picked out, because these are, I forget what kind of journal this is called, but it's got like this color in through here. So I picked the color that I wanted to coordinate with the pages, and all I did was just tear it out. So I tore it out, and then what I did was I came over here, and here, it's probably going to be easier for me to take this out and show it to you that way. So what you do is you like pick a page, right? And you tear that out. But now what you want to do is you kind of want to follow where that page is on the other side. And so I tore that one out, and then I followed on the other side and I tore the other side out. So I tore those two pages out to use to cover up what I wanted to cover up on my traveler's journal. All right, so let me show you how that turned out. And I did have to like kind of cut it a little bit. So now here it is. This is the actual trip and all the notes that I have in here. So what I did was I cut that out, and I just decided to cover up here. I should probably, I'm gonna put this paper clip here because I'm gonna keep flipping back to this and I don't wanna lose it. So, all right, so I decided to cover up like this whole section here. I kept the lodging, and then this whole page. So I used one sheet to cover this, and all I did was just like match it up as close as I could here. Used some double-sided tape, or like the sticky roll tape, and just adhered that right on there. And then I did the same thing with the other sheet. I just cut it down, and I just used like the back side, because the back side of these notes is got just the lined paper. So I probably could have done the same thing on this side, but I just decided that I wanted to have this part here. So I picked the color that coordinated with the page, and that's what I went ahead and did. And it worked out perfectly. Like, you can't even tell. I figured I could write like any notes in there, which obviously you could see I didn't really do that, but that's okay. And then the traveling journal, or travel journal, does come with some stickers. So I had some stickers, and I decided to use them. They were just like cute little traveling stickers. So it comes with this one sticker sheet. And then this sticker sheet came with my daily planners. So the daily planners come with the sticker sheets on there. So I decided to just use these two sticker sheets, and, you know, really just put the stickers down like as the days kind of went on. So I didn't have any particular like layout that I wanted to do with this. You know, it's nothing fancy. I just wanted a place to jot down the trip information, because in the past I have made like beautiful pages with the stickers and made it very pretty. And then I realized that, oh, I wasn't really writing in it, because I wanted to make sure that I wrote really neatly in it, because I made it so pretty. And this was just kind of like super chill. You know, I guess it's the best way that I could describe it. It's like a super chill traveling journal that you can like put your stuff down. You know, it didn't have to be fancy, and I just like put stickers wherever, and I filled it in, and it worked. It worked perfectly. It worked better than I would have even imagined, because I was actually able to capture like everything. I wasn't so concerned about writing neatly in it or any of that. So let's go ahead and continue to look through. So as you could see, I didn't write anything there, but I did like make some notes over here. And then I did revise this little area, because again, that was all about like week before checklist and day before checklist, which I did not need that, because like I said, I do that like on a separate piece of paper. All right, so let's go into the places to visit. So I did go ahead and kind of change this around a little bit, because initially it is, oops, I'm on the wrong page now. Let me clip it. Let me clip it so I can flip back to it. So it originally says landmarks and entertainment, which, you know, I don't know. I didn't need those categories. So I decided to just use, I think these little stickers. I just found the stickers that like coordinated with the coloring. So I decided to use reminder and then to do, it just kind of worked. And then I just like filled the stuff in, like places that we wanted to do. And what I did was, instead of like checking them off or like crossing them off or anything like that, I decided to put little bullet points next to the things that we actually did do. So I did put down here a sunset boat ride, which we really, really wanted to do, but the weather just like was not cooperative for us, so we were not able to do that. So, oh, and by the way, I didn't even tell you where we went. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So we went to Door County, and it is an area in Wisconsin, and it's a peninsula, and it's beautiful. It's just super chill. It's like small town feel. It's of course a lot of water because it's a peninsula, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. We really love it. It's like our favorite place to go. It's kind of like something we like to do when we don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? Like, we've been there several times. We actually travel up there once a year, and it's just, we have our favorite places to see, our favorite places to eat, to shop, that type of thing. And there's always so much to do. We never get it all in. We decided to take a little bit longer trip this time, which was really nice. And it's not a long drive. We don't like to drive super long. It's about 4 hours. you know, we stop for lunch. So, you know, it might take us a total of like 4.5 hours to actually get there, which is like nothing. I mean, at least to us, I don't know, to some people that might be a really long time, but for us, it's not at all. It's perfect. We try to leave early, and then we get there and we have like an afternoon, you know, there before we have to check in. And yeah, so it's nice. We love it. And like I said, it's super low key. We're by water. We get to watch the sunsets. We get to stay in like nice little hotels. And yeah, so that's really what we love to do. So that was our vacation. All right, so now let me go back to this right here. I kind of got a little ahead of myself. So I went ahead and wrote down the things that we wanted to do. But like I said, we weren't able to do the sunset boat ride because the weather was not the best for us. It was okay, and we had a great time. We obviously made the best of it because that's pretty much what we do. But and then these are shops that we wanted to go to and restaurants that we wanted to check out or possibly go to. We weren't sure. I just kind of like wrote a list down there. And then the trip itinerary, it was just super like, as the day came, and the weather depended, you know, a lot on what we did for the day, because it rained, I feel like every other day, but I don't know. It was raining when we got there, and then it did rain on like Monday, and then I think it rained another day too, but I think it was late. It was like a late thunderstorm or something like that. So it really didn't like interfere too bad with our trip. So overall we had pretty nice weather, but so yeah, so I was able to just like write this down. I brought like my markers. That's really all I brought with me were markers and some whiteout tape, and then like my pen, and that was it. And then I just had these few little stickers. That's all I brought with me, and I'm telling you, it was glorious. It was perfect. That's all I needed. It was just some fun little stickers and some colorful markers, and I was so happy. So all right, so now here we are on to the first day. And the one thing that I did forget to do is write the temperature down, but that's okay. But I circled the days, and then I didn't really write like seeing today like stuff. I kind of did more of a like, you know, itinerary of the day, like what we did, a play-by-play really of the day. And then any little notes I put in here. I was able to write down the meals in here. I wrote down the places that we shopped at, but I have to go back in and fill in the expenses because I'm kind of curious about that. My husband had all the receipts that he gave me, so I have to go in and fill the amounts in. And then, you know, it just worked out. So here's like the next day. Oh, I did remember to write the temperature in there. And then really just like what we did. And it was great. I didn't have to worry about writing neat. I didn't have to worry about like being, you know, concerned with how it was going to look. It was just a place for me to jot everything down, and I love it. I'm really, really happy with this little journal, and I was able to make it work for us. These days work perfectly. See here, I even like used some like highlighters there, which I would normally do. That looks a little crazy, but it's okay. And then I did the same thing here, but yeah, so I was able to write down like all of the stuff that we did and throw some fun little stickers on here. And I didn't really fill in this part of it, but that's okay. It's okay. It served its purpose. It really was like perfect for me. And I love this little journal. And actually I didn't fill in the last day. So that was the day that we drove home. So I have to go in and fill that out. But that's a lot easier to remember like one day than like the whole entire trip. Because I do want to go back and remember all of the fun little details and the things that we do when we go on our trips. But sometimes I just don't. I only remember like the big things, and you know, I really do want to have a place to journal like all of our little adventures. So I love this book, Travel Journal from Erin Condren. It's the Petite planner system, so if you're interested in that. And then yeah, I love it. So I have 3 more trips in here that I can go ahead and use this for, and then I'll have to obviously get another one when the time comes. So I hope that you were able to get a little bit of ideas if you decide to pick this up. Like I said, I think it's a great little journal. I feel like it really does have everything on here that you do need. It's like already written out for you, and if it's stuff that doesn't work for you, then you just kind of like make it work, you know, cover things up, add stickers on top, change the headings, or even cover things up the way that I did here with these pages, and it worked out great. So if you have any questions, please drop a comment down below. If you like this video, please hit the like, and of course, please remember to subscribe. All of that really does help YouTube know that you are enjoying my content, and they are more likely then to share it with other people. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me here. And I am on Instagram, so if you're on Instagram, head on over there, follow me at It's a Wonderful Plan. I'm there mostly every day. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.